The Mississippi River flooding continues to impact communities along it, including Prairie du Chien. Hear how residents and business owners are responding. In Iowa City today, activists protested the violence in Sudan, why they're calling for Iowans to take action to stop the conflict. And a search is underway in Texas for a man authorities believe shot and killed 5 people in a home. Officials say it allegedly happened after a noise complaint.
From your trusted local news source with your first alert forecast, KCRG TV 9 News at 10 starts now.
The Mississippi River crested in McGregor, right around 23 feet. That's still in the major flooding status. And right across the river in Prairie du Chien, dozens of people are being directly impacted by the Mississippi River swelling out of its banks. KCRG TV 9's Brian Tabak spoke with people living there and tells us how some businesses are dealing with the high waters.
Despite the river cresting, the water is still very high, as you can see, up against some of these houses. People living here are preparing to deal with high water for the next couple of days.
It's been consistently pumping since last Sunday.
Melissa Tyree says she's been dealing with about 2 to 3 feet of water in her basement for nearly a week now.
The water in the basement's staying about the same, so we're pumping about the same amount of water out.
It's her first major flood in this home, and while it's been tough, she's thinking about her neighbors. Water is deep in people's yards and homes, and Tyree says the sandbags in place can only do so much. Many of the people on this block are also pumping water out of their basements, and lots of it.
She's prepared every year with sandbags, and she actually ended up having to move out of her home.
Burgers are still coming out of the rowdy D&D bar and grill like normal, despite the Mississippi River making its way into the basement.
The water makes it inside of the bar. We were worried that we'd end up having to close the business.
Donovan Bruns and Crystal Horvath helped sandbag when the water started rising. It's around 23 feet and will slowly fall over the next couple of days.
Hopefully it goes down soon.
As they wait for the river to recede back into its banks, Melissa says her neighbors are what's helping her get through this.
People that lived behind us came over and started grabbing bags, and we had them up over the sidewalk here and onto the driveway as well.
The Drake Piano Bar is offering a free lunch to anyone who's been displaced or volunteered with flood response. That's going to take place on May 1st from 11 to 1 in Prairie du Chien.